Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
So I guess we got to get to, the black eye of this weekend in boxing. The day has gone and passed, and I digested this fight, and I still feel the same. I think Jason Sosa won. It's really unfortunate. Sosa scored a knockdown, had a point deducted from Gamboa, resulting in essentially two knockdowns for himself, or two extra points, or 2 points more than Gamboa should have. And regardless, he got the loss. And it really sucks, because a guy like Sosa with no amateur background and, already going to the big fight versus Lomachenko and Walters, this was a great comeback story, not only for him, but for his family to at least believe in him again. Watching him overcome someone that was always heavily touted on his way up. And yes, we know the truth that he isn't the same version of himself, but moving forward, we would have always still given Sosa credit for the Gamboa win. And now it's going to have that asterisk that a lot of these fighters get. And it just sucks, man. It really does. I will say this. I still, again, feel exactly like yesterday. And I feel like it was not a close fight where the cards should have shown a close scorecard, but a close fight in the sense that there were lows in Sosa's work. There were spots where he could have given away the tide or the ebb and flow of the fight. And it's what I say now for years. When you allow these fights to be this close, you put yourself in the position to be robbed. You have to do more. Those punch stats told a different story. And if it was a blind man listening to that story and only being read the numbers, he would also think that yesterday's fight was close. What makes it wide is the knockdown and the point deduction. But Sosa, he's got to go back to the drawing board. He did good and enough to get the win. But on this level, on HBO, you have to be better than that. You have to want us to want to see you fight. And even if he would have got the win with that performance, yesterday wasn't that performance where I'm going to say to myself, hey, let's put him in there with Tank Davis now and get excited. It would be just the opposite. I would still get excited, probably not to the same degree, but if, Matt hits me up, he's like, yo, they just made Tank versus Sosa. I'm like, oh, all right, that's good because it's a good fight for Sosa and a good fight for Gravanta. Just saying.
I agree on almost every single point that you said. I think I cannot personally see a scorecard for Gamboa. Not saying there's not one out there, but I cannot personally see it. I don't understand it. I don't see it at all. So somebody out there, please hit me up on Twitter, social media, something. Tell me your scorecard. Break it down for me because I want to understand. Because there are people that think Gamboa won. That is a reality. We have people in our chat saying that. We have people saying that. Though I think this is a robbery. And I know I've been a little bit hesitant on saying that fights are robbery and saying, hey, when it's a little more controversial, let's just call it controversial. We don't need to call it a robbery. But this is a robbery. You have 10-8 rounds. That automatically is a 4-0 scorecard in terms of rounds. And you have to think about it that way. So Gamboa would need to catch up with 2 extra rounds to make up for that work. And it's only a 10-round fight. Mathematically speaking, with what we saw last night, I don't see anything for Gamboa. So please, somebody out there, walk me through it. I think Jason Sosa needs to work on some stuff, definitely. He still is a very limited boxer. He wasn't working off the jab at all. That hurt him. He was looking for the knockout when he shouldn't have been. He should have just been boxing. And Gamboa is still fast enough. He is not shot enough. You can still give some of these more basic top 10, top 15 guys trouble. Absolutely. But his time is still close to done. Gamboa will be out of the sport in the next 12 months, probably. This was a gift to Gamboa on his way out.
The thing about Gamboa is he can't take any pressure. Enrique, did you watch this one?
Yeah, that's the fight that drove me to the HBO. You know what I mean? Gamboa. I'm a fan of Gamboa. I also saw Jason Sosa fight Lomachenko. And I was expecting to be more impressed with Gamboa. He's a very trippy guy, meaning clumsy. He's always slipping, touching the canvas. They don't count it as a 4, and he got touched. You know, that happened before. So I thought he lost. You know, the story that you said that the stats give someone tells you something different. So I would give the judgers rather respect their judgment, because as Matt said, people think that Gamboa won. These guys thought he won. It was a close fight. Yeah, Gamboa probably got one more fight in him. Who would that be? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely kept him alive for that. Maybe a Burchelt comeback, a Vargas comeback. You know, this would be good for Vargas as a name, but that, you know, it's only gonna do well for the Enriques of the world. Like for you and I, we know if Vargas comes back and steamrolls Gamboa into retirement, you know, he's been like 3 fights ago should have retired, not should have, but showing signs of massive slippage. Like I never in 100 years thought Gamboa would lose to Robinson Castellano, and I know Castellano. I know his story. He's a similar Orlando Salido. You know, a guy started early, got a lot of losses, got it together, and is a tough motherfucking fight. But if you're Yuriorkis Gamboa, a Cuban amateur standout, Olympic gold medalist, you're not supposed to lose to Castellano. Not on your worst day. And he's losing to these guys on his worst day.